Today I'm going to be looking at Rampage, one of the fighter junglers in Paragon, and I want to make a video on him to show you a build and a little guide on how to use him after he got nerfed in this recent update. For Rampage's abilities, he has a rock throw, a leap, a passive that gives him an extra health regen in the jungle, and an ult that makes him go big and gives him large amounts of health regen. So to start off, I have the Warlord Prime card that gives you bonus physical damage and damage to minions. Next, I have Bump Juice, a health potion, and the jungle drink to help me stay alive while jungling and during fights. With every physical person, I always like to bring 2 strike tokens, so I have those in here at Rampage too. First, I'll start off every match with a flash fire piston and a health potion, and my first flash fire piston I upgraded with a minor kinetic, a minor strike, and another minor strike. After, I upgrade that flash fire piston with all the 1-point cards. Depending on whether they have more physical attackers or energy attackers, I'll put on a spike, bone plate, and then a thorn green weave. Of course, if they have mainly energy, I'll put on the thorn green weave first. If they have more physical, I'll put on a spike bone plate first. And for the spike bone plate, I upgraded with 2 guards and a major strike, and then the thorn green weave, I upgraded with a major strike and 2 barriers. After I get my armor on, I decide to get rid of my flash fire piston with all the 1-point cards and work on my next 2 cards. Both have a strike, another strike, and a vicious kinetic. After I'm done with those flash fire pistons, I use the card Bounty Stalker and upgrade it with 2 minor strikes and a regular strike. And I like Bounty Stalker because every time you hit an enemy, you get 3% crit rate, and it maxes out at 30%. And that's good because I also like to add this card, Heart of the Apex, which when you fully upgrade it, you get a 50% crit bonus. And I upgrade it with a greater health and 2 low health, and that's pretty much it for my Rampage build. Now that we're done with the build, I want to talk about how I like to use Rampage and my playstyle with him. Whenever I use any jungler, I'll always make sure that I build and collect from as many harvesters as possible. I check my lanes to see if the enemy is overextended, and if I do, I gank them. And if the lanes are pushed, I like to use that time to get as much farm as possible to stay ahead of the other team. Recently, Rampage got a nerf to his ult, giving him less health regen and making him easier to kill if you don't put any health or armor cards. But as you saw in my build, I have both health and armor cards, so to me the ult is still very useful. Another thing to remember is that whenever you're low in health, the jungle is your best friend, and because of Rampage's passive, he gets extra health regen in the jungle, which being in the jungle can keep you alive if you're about to die. So don't forget that jungle is always there for you, never goes anywhere, and it can really help you out. For the rock throw, I do recommend that you practice landing it and actually hitting targets, because while it might not be the end of the world if you miss, it can be the difference between you getting a kill and you not getting a kill. Now with the lead, I normally don't use it to engage unless I absolutely have to. Most of the time, I just use it to get behind my enemies to stop them from getting away and to get targets that may be low in health and kill them so that I can get the points. I still think that Rampage can still tower dive, and while it might not be as efficient as before the update, back when it was really hard for him to die, I still believe that you can tower dive if no one's targeting you, and you have like a carry behind you helping you take down that tower too. So also keep that in mind. I hope you enjoyed both the gameplay and the deck guide I put in this video. I have a little bit more clips to show you, so I'll leave those in, and peace. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.